I was just thinking about how my new dishwasher was so quiet and now my fridge just decides to go like a lawnmower. I hope you don't hear that. Anyway, there is a forehead line, not because I'm a healthcare worker, but because of my last teeth cleaning video. The headband was a bit too tight, so don't mind. Anyway, I guess I should do this to kind of make it go away. So I wanted to discuss something with you. And I briefly mentioned it in my last World of Warcraft video, but I want to address it again, but kind of go in more detail and try to help you out as well if you ever feel like what the title says. So let's begin. Make sure to check out my MONQ 10% link in the description below. I'll be using this while I sip on some Coca-Cola. And I haven't abandoned Pepsi. I just haven't been drinking it. I usually just drink whatever my family buys at home. I don't really care. Oh gosh, that is so lovely. So filled with flavor. Delicious. Ocean monk. So, I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know. I just don't know anything. I haven't planned what I'm going to say yet. Last night I was having killer back pain. Killer. You know, I was just recovering from some minor flu, right? Maybe I overdid it yesterday. Overworking, as usual, my robotic Virgo behind. And I just fell. Thank God my family was home. My mom helped me up, got me to bed, and I was just couldn't walk, couldn't move, could hardly breathe or laugh. I mean, there was nothing funny about it to laugh about to begin with, but I just was so terrified, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was probably this whole virus thing, but I'm okay. I've just been on and off every day. I've been feeling a minor, I wouldn't even call it a fever, but I get really hot and I start to emit heat like crazy, and I get sweaty, and I feel as if I just recovered the day before from a sickness every day, if that makes sense. Sometimes even when I'm in the shower, I feel like I'm still cleaning something every morning. I'm still, not to sound too graphic, but yeah, cleaning out something. And overnight I feel it too, and I had to rub some Vicks, take some Motrin, just to feel better, and it was awful. And I've had back pain like this before, but more in my lower back, but this was like my spine. Has nothing to do with this video, but I'm just saying, in the middle on the left side. And I just, was wondering how I was going to sleep. Thankfully, I fell asleep easily. Painkiller took the trick, so. Anyway, glad to be back. Glad I'm okay. I've just been popping these videos left and right, and you guys don't even notice when I'm quote-unquote back or been gone. I think within the last 4 years, I've only been truly gone, like not uploading a video, like 5 days. And before that, it was like 2.5 weeks when I took an international trip. But, I have been taking breaks, like week-long breaks, but you don't notice because the videos are pre-recorded. But they're very far and few between. And, I was worried I overdid it finally, and maybe with the minor flu I had, and maybe with that last night, that scare, I think it's like, I probably had enough. I don't know. Like, even with that, I never learned my lesson, and I keep going. Because, times are hard for everyone now, and I mean literally everyone. So people have to kind of work their butt off to keep up. And it's just not easy for anyone right now, and I hope I didn't catch something. I don't know. I doubt it, but I feel fine. It's just like sometimes, even just talking about it now, I'm beginning to feel it here in my chest and come up here, And I don't know. I've been talking kind of nasally, and I've been really tired, and what else? Before the sore throat, I've been having this persistent cough that lasted probably months. I think everyone will look back and remember this as the year everyone got sick. In some way, shape, or form. Even my family's going through it. My friends are going through it. Gosh, one of my buddies just met I'm praying for them. Their father just passed away. Like, I'm thinking about them. I really am. And I can't imagine what they're going through. And I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm somehow going to transition all of this into what the title says. But I just wanted to start off by just getting my mind off a few things and talking. And again, thank you for everyone so far booked me on my website, even after they lost their job, even after these hard times. I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm not scared. But part of me is beginning to get scared because of states opening up too soon. And it's such a double-edged sword because you gotta make money and feed your kids. It's all about the kids. But you risk getting infected, and it's just so sad. And we've never had to be put in this tough a position before as a society where we have to think, do I want to go? Even grocery shopping, not to mention get a haircut or do your nails or, like get a massage. Like last night I was thinking, gosh, I would do anything to have a massage therapist just press their twiggy little thumbs into my back right now, even if I scream like a little girl. I mean, so there's some things we have to sacrifice, and it's like an awful time for a lot of things like this to happen, because it's a risk in its own to go to the hospital if you're feeling unwell or having toothache and the dentist is closed. I mean, I could go on and on, but so basically, I guess there's no way to transition this. I just felt it was healthy to talk things out a bit because I haven't been talking to anyone really besides family about this lately, like privately or with friends. I just don't talk to much friends. I don't know if it's just just have no interest as of late to converse, to socialize. I don't have the energy to give to people right now like that, and I think because I've made my only focus this, and that's it. And so, by the end of the day when I'm done working on stuff, I just don't have the energy. I'm in bed, probably overheating and tired. Yeah, so I don't know why my body has been overheating the past couple years since I moved here. I don't know what it is. It's just is what it is. I feel like I have hot flashes or something. It is what it is. I have never gotten sweaty easily until I moved here, and now it's like I'm always hot. And I think because it's like this is one of the hottest places in Florida. Like, and humid on top of that. So, I think it's just the climate change, not climate change in terms of the earth, well, that too, but I mean, my climate change, my body, and the way it functions is different because it's still adjusting to this, and maybe a hormonal thing, I don't know. I feel fine, I feel healthy, it's just, for some reason I emit more heat here. So, is it healing? I don't know, maybe. But this video is all about what a transition. I mean, this is why I never aced English class. So, I suck at transitioning. I'll just be honest. And as a video creator, you do want to be good at that because that's how you captivate an audience. Well, I'm good at a lot of things, but not that. Sometimes. You can also get that essential oil. 10% link below. I'm using the focus right now because I need a focus. Gosh, that smells good. But maybe I should put essential oil on my back. Anyway, I did also have fire ants bites, so I thought maybe that was maybe an allergic reaction I'm having for the past 2 weeks because of that. But who knows? Okay, so like I was saying, this video is about feeling you like you don't get enough credit, and I guess unconsciously that's why I'm bringing up my overworked feeling, because don't get me wrong, I love when you guys book me on my website. Like every time you do, I feel like my heart just jumps a beat and races. I'm looking forward to do your tarot reading, your Reiki session, healing, a video for you if you send me an idea or request, your personalized videos, your angelic healing, your hypnotherapy audio. Like I look forward to doing these, and your emails you get saying, thanking me, how much it's helped you and whatever, not. You know, even when you guys buy, I always get notified when you purchase something through my monk links. I get that notification right away. And it's just like, it reminds me I'm doing what I'm doing for a reason, and you guys support because of that service. These videos truly do take my life away. And I don't mean to say away like as if I'm wasting my life. No. I believe, and I authentically, truly believe I am on earth to do this and to help people. And I've always said that. And so every time you guys support me in some way like that, it just shows me how much you care and how much my work is impacting your world. And sometimes in that category of life, and this may get a little emotional if I'm honest, it may feel like I don't get the credit I deserve. And that's why I am making this video, to help you if you're going through the same, if you're feeling tired, overworked, but still feeling underappreciated, unloved, unworthy, unsatisfied with your situation. because it can be easy to burn out, but burnout is a separate issue from feeling like you're not enough and being overbooked and still feeling like you're not enough for your fan base, your world, your clients, your customers, your people you help. I can't help but think of the nurses right now. Like, they're probably overworked and coming home and crying every night, but they can't help but feel like they wish they could do more and have 8 hands and clone themselves 10 times. You know what I mean? And in a sense, it makes us feel underwhelmed, because even though we're overwhelmed, we still feel like we haven't done enough. And I've always felt like that. I don't feel like that nowadays. Like, I truly don't, because I have a lot more than most people, and that's honest. But I feel still as if I can do more. I can still do better. I can still achieve more. I still have more time on earth. I can still perform more. And it's a bit nerve-wracking to know that you can make yourself kind of drive yourself crazy doing that, because, like, if it's never enough, when is it going to be enough? And I've had to make peace with that and say, okay, Tony, eventually you're going to have to stop. That's cute and all, but you're going to have to slow it down, because you're not a perfect robot, okay? I know you're a Virgo. Tendencies tend to shift toward, I'm better than everyone else. I will dominate you. I will rule the world. We run the world, girls, okay? But you can only get so far. You're not meant to be the greatest. You're not meant to be the best. There will always be someone greater and better, or who thinks of another better or greater idea. And part of this video is about stealing ideas too, which makes you feel even more devalued, underappreciated, and give you a sense of, while I'm already down, people are kicking me down on top of that, when I'm already down. I worked with a lot of people and met a lot of others as well who have learned a thing or two from, but also got very sick from over time. And I've just had enough, and I've just had to make peace with that so I don't drive myself to a mental hospital, because I have almost gotten to the verge of that several times. And it's not worth it to let someone degrade and devalue you and abuse you mentally, emotionally, when you're already feeling mentally exhausted, emotionally down. So you have to find that value in yourself rather than acknowledging it from others. And just because someone books your service or buys your thing doesn't mean that that should be your dependency or your drug for validation. And money is really never the answer. It truly isn't. I've always said this. I was happier when I had nothing. And it's true. I was happier when I traveled and vacationed to countries that had nothing, rather than highfalutin places that made me feel anxious and uncomfortable and made me feel compared to other people like I was poor or like I was not welcome or not loved, not worthy, etc. So, like, I always felt more welcome, let's say going to Macedonia rather than going to Beverly Hills. Like, you know, I just feel more comfortable in keeping it low, that kind of thing, rather than flashy. But yeah, so I guess that's why, I don't know, I never felt the need to wear like nice clothes. I mean, I'm always like going around the house, even with like the I mean, I can even show you now, like literally, I'm not even joking. I mean, I'm gonna support my manga, but I wore these for years. Like, I'm literally going in these like half the time. I mean, I just don't get the point in buying like Supreme and Gucci, and like, it's such a waste of money. And I don't know, if it's, you can afford it, go ahead, girl, but not my thing, okay? I'm just like, to show what I have is like, I don't know. I don't get it personally. It's just not my tribe, I guess. I don't know. Not that I can afford a Gucci, I'm just saying. At least every month, like some people. This doesn't have much. Some of them are burned out. Sounds familiar. But yeah, it can be very easy to feel devalued, for sure. Let's take a perfect example. We're not an inanimate object, but gold and silver, they're constantly overappreciated, underappreciated, devalued, reevaluated, whatever. The prices always go up and down, like waves. So will the way people look at us, the energy we project onto others. Gold and silver will still truly always remain valued because there's a limited supply. There's a limited supply of you. There's only one of you, so you always keep your value. No matter how wavy it gets, you know? As long as you see the bigger picture, like waves in an ocean, imagine a cruise ship. If you've seen those like Norway cruise lines where they had like the big storm waves and they wash up to like the third floor deck, on YouTube you can look those up and you see they go down and up. When they're up, they feel like, oh, I'm safe. And when they're down, they're like, oh, shoot. But when they're down, they know they're going to go up eventually. So as long as you have that vision in your mind that even if you're going through a hard time, whatever, financial crisis or not, let's say in general, it doesn't even have to be about finance. It could be about like the way you look at yourself. You like wake up one morning, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I just don't love myself anymore. Oh my God, people hate me, blah, blah, blah. You get this impression in your mind. You implant that impression in your mind and it grows as a seed and now it's a tree and you can't detrunk the tree that easily. You could pull out the weeds when it was just a little tiny plant, but now it's a whole tree. So trauma is like trees. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to deroot. So just have that focus in mind that you will get through this and you will love yourself eventually. You know, no one's gonna do it but you. There has to be something in you don't like, then you deroot that and then you will like again. I mean, it's that simple. Mixing my words here, but there's no better way to describe it without repeating myself. And it is challenging because you may say, okay, how am I going to love myself if I don't have this right now? Gosh, these are wasted. I need to remember to throw these out. But you have to remember the vision that I just spoke about. You're going to get to calmer seas eventually on that cruise ship. It's not going to be stormy forever. There's a reason you're feeling this storminess. What do you get out of it? You're not always going to feel loved and worthy. It's impossible. You got to go through the wave. So, for example, I've had to come to terms and realize that myself and my work. So I had to realize even every video I make, I love my videos. I value them, I appreciate them. I appreciate what I'm doing, and thus I'll appreciate what others see in them. The world will appreciate them. And I do truly like my work. I like the art behind it. I like the creativity, the ideas I come up with. I truly do think I'm the best in my own version, right? As we all should be our number one cheerleader. And without that, that's like your foundation. You just depend on what comments you get. And that's such a shallow way to live. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. Who cares if someone thinks I look a certain way today, or they didn't like that I didn't cover their feet in a video or something? Like, who cares? Like, you're not going to be appealing to everyone, okay? So, it's not about that. And I was tired of being a doormat. I was tired of people pleasing. I had to stand up for myself and empower myself once more. And I think that's what you need to do too, to get through this feeling of unworthy, unloved, whatever. Your life is not about pleasing other people. Life is not dependent upon the result of what others impress onto you or think of you, okay? So, don't ever feel like you need to be degraded and because less than stomped on because you didn't satisfy someone's needs. Boo-hoo. Their narcissism can go away in the grave with them, okay? People will never be satisfied. It's human nature. Only you can satisfy yourself and please yourself and love yourself. I think the energy of anger really helped me get that out and finally empower myself to say, I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of being looked at like, you're so underappreciated. I hate that word with a passion. Because it's like someone slapping you in the face, spitting in your face and telling you that you are not loved, you are not worthy. It's the same thing. They're unconsciously interpreting you, assuming that you don't feel loved. They're assuming that you are not good enough, you are not worthy. You will get there, or you may get there one day, but right now you're not. And what does that implant in someone like me? So imagine getting tons of comments like that. But I've had to look past it and say, I know they mean well. And they're just trying to tell you that they think you could not do better, but you deserve more. But I don't feel like I do. Like, I don't care to either, if that makes sense. And I think that's why I don't, because I don't want to. I don't want to be in the cool kids club. I don't want to be number one. I never did. I don't genuinely feel like I need to. It doesn't bring me happiness. I've been first for many things in life, and it doesn't bring me any more satisfaction or love feeling than without. And there was a reason I felt differently without, if that makes sense. And being in the online world made me realize a lot of the ways humanity's functioning and their mistakes. And I think I got even more analytical and more critical and more philosophical over time, because I'm very observant, but I see what other people go through and I feel it, and my other viewers see that in me, and it's a constant back and forth reflection. I don't know where I'm going with this, but whatever you're going through, if you ever feel underappreciated, undervalued, then ask yourself, what is my worth? What is my true value? What is my true value? You may need to ask yourself that question. Because you'll never get an answer from someone telling you. You know why? Because nobody knows you, honey. Nobody knows who you are. They never will. Nobody will know. No psychic will know your experience. No one will know how you feel. No one will know what you've been through. Your experiences, your memories shape your worth. The more you've been through, the more valuable you are. You know why? Because you have more to share. You have more to talk about rather than shallow conversations of someone telling you you're underappreciated when they don't see that in themselves because they're projecting onto you what they feel about themselves deep down inside. So in a sense, we have to have empathy for those who criticize and try to conquer over you with their mindset and implant their pain upon you because they're suffering so badly that they wish other people would suffer in secret because they can't handle being the only one to suffer with their thoughts. They want you involved. They don't want to feel alone because they feel unloved and unworthy. So you see how it connects. So I've had to empathize and construct that in my mind, that other people's experiences shape what they think about you. And so not to take it to heart and not to implant it in my mind, because it's like a bag of marbles. Everyone just wants to be in that bag, but no one wants to feel the tight congestion in there. But when you're out of the bag, you're left in the dark. And so that's when mental health issues begin to arise. And yeah, so it's not a pleasant feeling to be by yourself, but at the same time, if you're very sensitive and absorb others' thoughts, energies, actions, it can be less painful to be outside of the bag. And to be the marble outside of the bag and point out other people in the bag flaws. And everyone in the bag looks at you as the bad guy. So nobody wins. Nobody wins. To jump in and out of the bag is a healthy balance. But remember your value. You're not nothing when you're out of the bag, and you're not everything when you're in the bag. Because when you're in the bag, you depend on others. When you're out of the bag, you're depending on yourself. Have the control and power to go in and out of the bag in a balanced manner. And I think that's when you get a sense of where humanity resides, rather than judging from one perspective. I know that was metaphorical, but I hope that makes sense. So that's all to this video. I hope you get something out of this. I have nothing more to say. Thank you very much for watching, Poopsies. Be sure to subscribe if you got something out of this. Tap the notification bell, like this video, comment below, add this video to your YouTube playlist, and share this on your social medias. And I will see you in the next one, Poopsie. Bye-bye now. You are loved. You are worthy. And you deserve what you feel like you should deserve. That's it. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to mention one last thing. So, stealing ideas. So when someone steals your idea, especially as a creator, maybe they didn't. Maybe it's all in your head because someone has done it time and time again. You know, it's easy when you create stuff and you all share the same titles and whatever. That's cute and all. But did someone really steal your idea? I guess unless you ask them and they don't lie, you won't really know the answer. So you may never know because you don't know if someone really lies. Even if they say, I'm not lying, You don't know that. You will never know. You can take a lie detector test and you may know, but you may not know either because you can get through that too. So you'll never know if someone's lying to you. So that's where trust issues form, whatever, okay? That's a whole nother subject that I've already spoken about years ago. But if someone takes your idea, that may make you feel even more underappreciated because now they're getting more traction than you, and you're like, okay, again, I'm left as a shadow of this individual. You can start to identify with different things because you mistakenly believe that they took your idea and that you are now identified as a figure of this individual doesn't even know you. First of all, it has nothing to do with you and your world, and just happened to coincidentally create the same content you did that same day. And now all of a sudden people are saying, oh my god, they were taking this idea, this is a ripoff of this person, and worlds collide and things unfold. And again, that event was meant to happen because it was meant for you to see how you project what you feel about yourself, because now you think, okay, selfishly, that this was just my creation and no one else's. But we always take inspiration from other people. Like, how are you going to get everything we have today? I mean, someone must have taught it from someone else, And since we're all God's creation, we all think similar. So we're eventually going to have someone. I mean, have you ever played playing cards? Like the odds between 52 cards of picking the same card twice. That's definitely going to happen with 8 billion people almost. So you're going to get that every day, millions of times a day. Someone's going to think of the same idea you did. You're nothing special, honey. Okay, so it doesn't mean you're God for thinking of something first or before others, and then someone takes your idea and now you're pissy about it because you selfishly identified yourself with that individual thing. So let go, let God. We're all playing the part and working here together. And the fact is, if you did it first, you will always and forever be the one to do it first. That's a fact. What was the first rap love song? And then people followed along and started doing more rap love songs. But someone will forever remain the one who did it first. And that's what makes them truly special, appreciated, valued, loved, respected, admired, etc. And those who followed along and did it 2nd, 3rd, 10th, 20th as well will be respected, appreciated, admired, because they got inspiration somewhere and a really great idea. And they twisted it and turned it and remixed it and paired it into their own way. We're all creators. No one's alone in that. So it doesn't mean that if someone takes your idea or you take their idea, that you should be aimed as a target and looked at as unloved and appreciated and worthy, and that they should be looked at as the same, because God knows you probably would have done the same in their shoes. Okay? So that's that.